Why would the doors be locked? Oh no! Welcome to Dirt, Sweat, and Gears and the dive bar of derelict jalopies. I didn't have anything else to start with, D. We are here on a very special road trip edition of Will It Start because we are picking up a 1991 Honda Prelude 4-wheel steering. Now, I know what you're thinking, and I agree with you. I have enough cars, and I need another car like I need another hole in my ass. But this is not my car. This is my friend Justin's car. And I know that's no excuse, but when Justin reached out to me, said he needed some help with his Prelude, I am not going to turn him down. Justin and I have been friends for over 20 years. He is one of the PreludePower.com originals. You know him as Butter the Great on Prelude Power. Wonderful guy. We've gone to many Prelude meets, and in fact, when he was working in Germany, I went out to visit him, and it was one of the best trips I've ever taken in my life. Germany was just such an amazing experience, and it was very, very cool to be able to spend some time with my buddy Justin. So we're going to pick up his car, and we're going to go through it and take a look at it. Now, Justin hasn't even seen his car in 7 years, and it hasn't started and run in at least that amount of time. And if you watch any of my videos of the cars that haven't started in 7 years, I have hopefully learned my lesson by now. I'm not even going to try to start this thing until I get it home and get into the garage so that I can properly go through it. We're not going to start this thing up in a field and try to drive it home 120 miles. That's not the type of work I do. I don't have a support vehicle. I am doing this alone with no production budget. I have just a few tools in the back. So what am I expecting here? Well, I am expecting the worst of the worst. I'm expecting this car to have been abandoned outside, everything falling apart, and the fuel turned completely solid. I hope I'm wrong, and I might be wrong. There's a good chance I'll be wrong, but we'll see. Of course, when it comes to Preludes, this is not my first rodeo. I have worked on many, many Preludes and have returned them to service several times over. So this is something that I know. It's a car that I know inside and out, and the fact that it is a friend of mine from way back in the day just makes this project so cool and so special, and hopefully something that the community will enjoy, especially if you've been on the Prelude Power forums, you know, circa 2004. While I'm on this long drive, I want to talk a little bit about my history with Justin. Of course, we go back 20 years. We met on Prelude Power, as I mentioned, and we've been to multiple Prelude meets throughout the years. And he even helped me get my first motorcycle home. When I went to go buy the motorcycle, it was a Yamaha FZ6 in 2007. I had to, well, get a car home and get a motorcycle home. Well, Justin came all the way out from Apple Valley on his motorcycle. Went out there and bought my motorcycle, and he rode my Yamaha home while I drove next to him. It was just one of those moments where you realize this guy is a really good friend, and it was very, very cool of him to come all the way out there to help me out like that. And of course, my favorite memory was Germany. We were staying in Wiesbaden. We went to Frankfurt. We kicked off the trip at the Frankfurt Auto Show. And the Frankfurt Auto Show made the LA Auto Show look like a parking lot meet. It was phenomenal. It was amazing. And the big three out there, of course, is different than the big three here. It's Volkswagen, BMW, Porsche, and they just had just an amazing array of cars. And all of the displays were multi-million-dollar displays. Very, very different in each building. It was mind-blowing. And from there we went to Heidelberg. Got to tour Heidelberg Castle. There was like a street festival going on then. It was just before Oktoberfest at that time, but there was something going on. I don't know that they were calling it Oktoberfest, but great food, great beer. The German people were just amazing. But the great thing about German people that I really loved was that they just want you to try to speak German. They know it's a tough language. They know you're going to do bad at it, but just making the effort, they seem to really appreciate. And then, of course, he would switch to English because they, knew how bad I was, but it was like a sign of respect. And it went a long way towards a very positive experience. The only person that was rude to us the entire trip was a lady that worked at the airport. And of course, she worked at the airport. Of course, she's gonna be miserable. Also went to Neuschwanstein Castle, which is made famous by Disney. Beautiful place. I got to hike the Black Forest. We went to Cologne and checked out the cathedral there. 900-year-old cathedrals. We went to Strasbourg, France, just across the border. We went to Trier, one of the oldest cities in Germany. And we also went to Munich for Oktoberfest. And this was pre-pandemic. Oktoberfest was absolutely packed with people. And it was such a cool experience because it really went above and beyond what anything I had expected Oktoberfest would be in Germany. It was, of course, giant beers, great beer, great food, tons and tons and tons of people. One of the things about Justin at Oktoberfest was that the amount of people there, the sheer number of people, visibly made him uncomfortable. It was kind of funny. There was nowhere to sit, of course, and so I said something like, well, that just means we have to make new friends. So we found a guy sitting alone, and he looked like kind of sad. So I just started talking to him. His name was Dirk. Really nice guy. I believe he was from Cologne. And, just trading some stories back and forth over a beer with a complete stranger. And because the guy seemed kind of sad when I approached him, I think I may have made his day. You never know. If you just be friendly with someone, you might make their day. And, maybe you saved them from themselves that day. I don't know. But it was a really great experience, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. And I think it's something that, as an American, every American should do, is go to a different country, spend some time there, and go there with an open mind and a genuine sense of wonder, rather than to have like a chip on your shoulder. With these memories over a long, long span of time, I could not resist. I was delighted to go pick up Justin's car, and I'm really looking forward to helping the guy out. He has been living in Germany for a long time, and he's moving back to Maryland. So the ultimate goal of this project is to get this car, running and moving under its own power. We're not restoring it. We're not going to, turn it into a race car or anything like that. We're just gonna get it to a point where it can run and drive and move around on its own power, maybe drive it around the block. And then we're gonna get it ready to ship out to Maryland when he comes back to the States. So we've got about another 60 miles to go. I'll check in with you once I get some eyes on Justin's car. Well, we are out here in Apple Valley. It's a very windy day. And, well, that thing I said about worst case scenario? Yeah, that's kind of what I have here. You can see here the windshield is cracked, smashed, really. The car's stuck in a hole. Oh my. Let's go inside in just a minute. Tires, that tire is shredded. That one, the other three look to be fine. I'm probably stepping in all kinds of turds right now. Last registered in 2005. Oh boy. Yeah, this is not the car that I saw Justin driving around back in the day. He had several Preludes, and this is certainly one of them. If you want to call it that. Oh boy. The key is in the door. I'm not going to open this door. We're going to open the other door. Why would the doors be locked? Oh no! Justin, I don't think you want this car.
No. No, 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 no. Hell no. 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 I refuse. No.
Oh, this is actually a biohazard. I was not prepared for this. Look, there's actual shit on the center console. It's everywhere. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. I was not prepared for this. The bummer is that this is a four-wheel steering too, but it's such a hazard, a health hazard to go near. I mean, oh my God. Don't breathe. Ugh. Don't breathe. Okay. Pop the hood. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. All right. Let's go back to the truck and talk about this. Just texted Justin. We're gonna go back and forth a little bit on this, but I don't think I'm working on this car. Just because, I mean, this is 20 times worse than the Camaro. The Camaro was bad, but there was no rodent activity on the inside. This car, it's inside the car, which means it's inside the dash. It's all over the engine compartment, and it would require a complete nut and bolt tear down and reassembly, and I don't have time for that. I've got way too many projects, and as much as I love Preludes, they're not that special. They're not that special. Sorry, Prelude people. If you disagree with me, definitely let me know. But I'm not touching that car. Let's just do one final walk around, if I can avoid any of the landmines, and we're gonna turn this truck around and go get something to eat, I guess. The really sad thing about this is that this is a four-wheel steering car. It's got the really nice saw blade wheels on it. It has a spoiler. I mean, this car, if it weren't for being completely packed full of shit, would be a really great car worth trying to save. But the health hazard alone just means that this for me is a non-starter. For someone else that has the capacity to take on a project like this, yeah, maybe they'd have a great time with it. But I've just got too much on my plate right now. God, those wheels are just nice. They're really, really nice, and they got half of the center caps too. Man, that makes me sad. But I'm certainly not going into that car to move it. I don't even want to be on the ground to hook it up. Sorry. This is really sad. But everyone has their limits, and this is beyond mine. That car is hantavirus with wheels. I'm not touching it. It's not going on my trailer. Unfortunately, it's just beyond my capacity to help a friend out. The good news is that he says he's not giving up on this car. He's going to have to take care of it himself, unfortunately. And, you know, neither of us were prepared for this level of bad. This is like the one thing that I can't do, at least not right now. I don't have the capacity for it. I don't have the stomach for it also. That's a big, huge factor. So, I guess we're going home with an empty trailer today. It's going to be a long drive back. Road's backed up for many, many miles. So I'm going to get something to eat. We're going to get this truck returned. And, well, we're going to get home. Back to my own turds in my garage. All right, we're back in the S10, pulling into home. And what the hell is that? well, I may not have brought home a Prelude, but it seems I did gain another car. I'm not going to say proud new owner, but what I'll say is I guess I am the ashamed new owner of this 1963 MG. This was another car that was left up at my Uncle Doug's place in Lancaster, and now it's here. It was dropped off while I was out on that worthless little excursion there, and now I have, well, I'm not sure that this was an upgrade. All of the missing parts for this thing are up in Lancaster. The hood or bonnet, since it's British, the fender, the boot lid, the door. What do British people call doors? Do they still call them doors? I don't know. Oh, this was a terrible decision. This is apparently a Ford Pinto motor. That's really all I know about this thing. I don't know much at all. So this is going to be a project that I take up in, well, probably a few years. But it is blocking the Toyota. And the Toyota is, in theory, supposed to leave here pretty soon. So we are going to have to get tires for this thing because the tires are just completely shredded. And that's pretty much all I plan to do with it. This car is rough. There's still a lot of leaves in there too. That's great. Oh boy. What have I done? Well, not every project can end with a success. It can end with a series of failures. And that seems to be the case. And as much as I would really like to help out my friend Justin, that car is unfortunately just simply beyond my capacity. I have too much on my plate right now. As you can see, I've got way too much going on. And next week I have another Prelude coming in, so we will be checking out that car when the time is right. So I wish I had more to show you guys, but that's it. We've got a 63 MG and no Prelude to show for our efforts, and I just drove around a big old circle. So I hope you don't want to see more of this, because I certainly don't want to make more of it. But if you like what you see, like, share, subscribe, and comment. And if you don't like what you see, I completely understand. Leave a comment anyway, because I want to hear from you. And I'll probably agree with you. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.